Hey, you guys, let's do the sheriff's blotter. I have 3 newspapers. You probably can't see that, but that's the bubble gum I'm chewing, by the way. Super bubble gum. I made the low lighting so it could be more relaxing. And maybe this could be a video that you fall asleep on. Let's see if I can do a 30-minute. So we can go to sleep. Okay. And here's the sheriff's blotter dated June 3rd. Okay. May 13th. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the 1200 block of such and such was vandalized with spray paint graffiti, causing more than $400 in damage between May 13th and May 16th. May 16th. About $1,500 in merchandise was stolen from the Barney's New York outlet in the 800 block of the Boulevard. May 20th. A car and other items were stolen from a home in the 300 block of such and such a court. Merchandise was stolen from the Verizon store at the 200 block of such and such. May 21st. A man, age 27, was arrested for reckless driving and a hit and run in the front of a local church at the 3000 block of such and such. A 25-year-old man was arrested on 2 counts of misdemeanor battery in the 1500 block of such and such. A man, age 27, was arrested for transporting a passenger in the back of his pickup truck at such and such a street at the intersection, and that he was also under the influence of opiates several days before. His male companion, age 22, was arrested for being under the influence of a controlled substance and giving false information to the police officer. A 49-year-old man was arrested for carrying a concealed dagger in the first block of such and such a street. May 22nd. Kmart in the 900 block of such and such was vandalized and spray painted with graffiti between May 22nd and May 23rd. A car was vandalized in the 600 block of Ventura Boulevard. May 23rd. A man, age 30, was arrested for shoplifting and for being under the influence of a controlled substance in the 200 block of the boulevard. A 26-year-old man was arrested on an outstanding warrant from the 1500 block of such and such a road. A man, aged 27, was arrested for stealing about $1,800 merchandise from the Vaughn's Pavilion grocery store in the 900 block of such and such. That's one of the stores that I go to when I do my grocery list. Excuse me. Once a week I try to do the grocery list, and I get a flyer from Vaughn's. That's the store that was stolen from. Well, $1,800. That's a lot of groceries. A man, age 53, was arrested for burglary and violating the probation orders for him in the 200 block of the boulevard. May 24th, medications were stolen from the pharmacy in the 300 block of the boulevard. A 23-year-old man was arrested on an outstanding warrant in the 500 block of such and such street. A safe containing about $21,000 in property was stolen from a business in the 700 block of the boulevard. A woman, age 37, was arrested for being under the influence of and possessing a controlled substance, possessing drug paraphernalia, stealing more than $1,000 in property, and identity theft in the 2000 block of such and such. A 27-year-old man was arrested on an outstanding warrant and for being under the influence of a controlled substance and for possessing burglary tools at the Motel 6 in the 1600 block of such and such. What are burglary tools? Like a crowbar? May 25th, a man, age 58, was arrested on an out-of-county warrant on the boulevard near such and such street and the exit to the 101 freeway. A 20-year-old woman was arrested for residential burglary in the first block of Calais such and such. A man, age 51, was arrested on outstanding warrants in the 1600 block of such and such a lane. A trash receptacle in the 700 block of such and such was set ablaze, causing about $1,000 in damage. May 26th, a 30-year-old woman was cited and released for burglary in the 200 block of such and such a road. A man, age 54, was arrested on an out-of-county warrant in the 2000 block of South such and such a street. About $800 in merchandise was stolen from Michael Kors store in the 900 block of Boulevard. About $240 in merchandise was stolen from the Levi store in the 600 block of such and such. And lastly, between May 21st and May 27th, police reported arresting one person for driving on a suspended license. During that same time period, 2 people were arrested on charges of driving under the influence of a controlled substance, and 20 people were arrested on various drug charges, and these people were arrested, 3 people were arrested for public intoxication. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next newspaper. This is Sheriff's Blotter from a neighboring town. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, from 3 neighboring towns. Okay, and there's no Sheriff's Blotter is dated June 2nd. May 19th. 2 men, aged 21 and 22, were taken into custody for being under the influence of a controlled substance and possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia in the 1300 block of such and such. May 20th. A man, age 68, was arrested for possession of multiple controlled substances, including methamphetamine, on the 500 block of North such and such a road. He was also charged for being under the influence. May 21st. Police were called to a 500 block of North such and such a road for a public intoxicated 22-year-old man stirring up a controversy in the intersection of such and such. A woman, age 32, was arrested in the 1200 block of such and such a road for being under the influence of a controlled substance and possession of a controlled substance for sale and for much drug paraphernalia inside her vehicle. Police took a 26-year-old woman into custody for being under the influence of a controlled substance and possession of methamphetamine, much drug paraphernalia, medication with someone else's name on it, medication without a prescription, and this will happen 500 block of such and such road. A 33-year-old man was taken to the Valley Jail for being under the influence of a controlled substance in the 1200 block of such and such a street. May 23rd, the Parks and Rec District reported that somebody entered one of its storage buildings in the 200 block of such and such a road and stole an undisclosed amount of property. May 25th, a 26-year-old man was arrested for battering his girlfriend with a tennis racket and metal cutting shears in the 600 block of such and such a street. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that neighboring town is all full of drug people, I guess. Like, all but 2 of them had to do with drugs and alcohol, I think. Interesting. Okay. Here's another town. May 19th. Love at Second Sight in the 3700 block of the Boulevard reported that 3 women stole over $1,000 worth of merchandise. A 35-year-old man was cited for public intoxication in the 3100 block of such and such street. A woman was pulled over and arrested in the 200 block of such and such road for driving under the influence of alcohol and having a blood alcohol content of 0.09%, 0.08% or higher. A 27-year-old man was arrested for delaying an investigation in the middle of the intersection at such and such a street. A 19-year-old man was taken into custody for being under the influence of a controlled substance in the 1900 block of such and such. Police arrested a 44-year-old man for violating a restraining order against him and for battering his girlfriend in the face and the neck and shoulder area in the 200 block of such and such a street. Someone burglarized a home in the 3600 block of such and such. An unknown amount of damage was reported. May 22nd. A man, age 26, was arrested for driving under the influence and for having a blood alcohol 0.08% or higher near such and such a school road. A 21-year-old woman was taken to the main jail facility for being too intoxicated to care for herself in the 200 block of such and such a street. May 23rd, a man, age 49, was arrested in the 900 block of Calais such and such for being under the influence of a controlled substance and for possession of methamphetamine. Police found two men, aged 33 and 45, who were under the influence of a controlled substance while in the parking lot of the East Sheriff's Station in the 2100 block of such and such. They were subsequently arrested with the older man being given an additional charge of methamphetamine possession. A 52-year-old woman was taken into custody after being found to be under the influence of a controlled substance in the 2400 block such and such. Police arrested a 36-year-old man near the intersection of such and such boulevard. I was arrested for public intoxication and possession of drug paraphernalia. Citations were issued in the 900 block of such and such a street to a 52-year-old man and a 47-year-old woman who were under the influence of a controlled substance. Police had to be called out 3 separate times throughout the day to the 300 block of such and such a place after receiving calls of domestic disturbance involving an intoxicated couple. And no arrests were made. That's terrible. Police transported a 26-year-old woman to the main jail after she was found to be under the influence of a controlled substance and also in the possession of much drug paraphernalia and for conspiring to commit an indecent crime in the 300 block of such and such a street. May 24th. A 24-year-old woman was cited for being under the influence of a controlled substance in the 100 block of such and such a road. She was also in possession of a straw used to take drugs. 2 men, aged 26 and 31, and 2 women, aged 28 and 29, were arrested for burglary and conspiracy to commit a crime at the Vaughn's grocery store, such and such a street. The younger woman was also charged with possession of much drug paraphernalia and heroin found in her pants pocket. May 25th. A 26-year-old man was arrested near Montgomery and such for attempted bank robbery several days earlier. And then here's the third neighboring town. They just have three little things. May 19th. Police issued a citation in the 2700 block of such and such to a 53-year-old man after he entered a business with intent to steal and confiscate items. May 22nd. An attempted burglary was reported in the 2200 block of such and such a road after someone tried to break the glass window of a business. May 23rd. A man attempted to rob the Bank of America an 1100 block of such and such a street, and he demanded money with a handwritten note. He left empty-handed after leaving the public unsettled. Well, I do have one more sheriff's Blotter, but I see I only have a couple minutes left, so we'll save that for another time. I hope you like them. I hope you like the sheriff's Blotter. That's like the first thing I even look at